Boa tarde a los nuestros amigos de la ARL. Es la última prueba de la estación 3. PORtimao en el portugués de Portugal. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Gentlemen and ladies, racers and spectators, streamers and streamees. It is time. Season 3 is coming to a close and is not happening all in the drive. PORtimao will show us its slippery side in qualifying.
Take it easy to start with, the track's very wet.
And there we go, with the guy who is potentially on course to secure second place for the second season in a row.
I really hope it's raining a bit in the race.
And we have the classic radio
every time
Aston
there's rain,
Martin.
I get better chances of being up front.
So here we are, following an Alpine through the first corners. This one should be treacherous in the rain. Yes, we already see a little slide already in the outlap. Here the longer version, MotoGP, goes left earlier here. The corner where Kimi so famously overtook Sam in the first ever wet lap, which was also the first race lap in PORtimao in 2020.
At least try to.
This corner here was absolutely notorious when it first appeared in the game in F1 2021. With the new generation of downforce, it became a little bit easier to manage. Similar for this one, difficult to find the right line. This next one is easy flat in the dry, but might be chaotic in the wet.
Yeah, same. And on the dry, 55, yeah? Of course, yeah.
And same goes for the last series of right-handers. Easy in the dry, but might be complicated in the wet, as the example shows. Yes, no full throttle through that corner in the wet. Not even in an F1 car, let alone in a motorbike. So that's gonna be 2 warm-up laps. It's currently on the full wets. And sliding all over the place. Beautiful to watch.
I tried to put one on the boards, I don't think that top speed will
Currently 16 drivers, with probably the former streamer Milan 59 or Castle Mio still about to join in the next few moments, if he hasn't already joined. Ricker making space, lots of cars on track, 2 Alfa Romeos, 2 Aston Martins, 2 McLarens, 1 Red Bull in the pits, 2 Alpines on track, 2 Haas on track, 1 Alfa Tauri, 1 Alfa Romeo has spun, 1 McLaren is stationary.
Yeah.
And we have a first shot at pole from Jumbo.
Looks good.
Red Bull is leaving the pits, that must probably be Reifler. And already almost a third of the qualifying is gone. Now the Portuguese, they have not had the best of luck in F1 terms when it comes to the drivers. I only remember from the 90s Pedro Lamy. who was in F1 between 1993 and 1996. But I have to be honest, he is most famously remembered for a testing crash in Silverstone in 1994, where, as far as my investigations have gone, the car has not only left the racetrack but left the circuit and found itself in a kind of tunnel somewhere around the area of the corner called Bridge. And after that, Alessandro Zanardi was in the Lotus cockpit for some time in 1994, but apart from that, the Brazilian nationality is the one that has done most for the Portuguese language in F1, as far as I recall. Of course, Senna, Piquet, Fittipaldi. But never say never. At least they have the infrastructure. Portugal has had a place in F1 for a long time, at least since 1984 until 1996. There was a race in Estoril every year, close to Lisboa. PORtimao is in the Algarve section of the country. And Ricard's first clear lap brings him into P10. And it is interesting to see that Matt Pryor is trying on the Inters, and it's also interesting to see that running wide in the first corner did not invalidate the lap. That is astonishing. He must have been slow enough and off the throttle enough. And apparently no one else has done that trick so far, because it gives him a purple first sector. Now let's have a look at the management of corner 8. Tender but good, takes curb, that's courageous. That's very wide. Yeah, probably not the ideal line, but still gaining time. These corners need a lot of patience. Including this one, no full throttle, but at least part throttle all through the corner. Almost 1 second found, and that is currently P7. But we saw before, he has fueled for many laps. And we also see that the wider line was not an advantage in terms of time. Maybe that's why. Yes, we've seen it before at this place. I told you it would be treacherous. The media house on the left would give good, spectacular images. Myself, I only ever raced in PORtimao league races in F1 2021, but they were both good ones. One was in PPR against Max Duca, and one was in F1 CD, one going over 50%, one over 100. First one ended in P4, second one ended in P2. It's a nice circuit, you gotta have your wits about, be focused all the time, could easily catch you out. And it's an interesting gamble between the wings for the long straight and the wings for all the corners. Next lap, half of qualifying is over. That's a very wide entry, very careful maneuvering, but still a bit too eager on throttle. I mean, this passage is difficult even in the dry, let alone in the wet. but we do see that it is possible to manage it faster, because 8 other drivers have succeeded so.
Will be with us for a while now. Okay, full wet seems to be the fastest tyre for now.
Tire status.
Please repeat, you're breaking up.
No, don't leave your engineer in the middle of qualifying. That would not be very social. We have seen another provisional pole from Lewis. The super qualifier Rifler is currently in the middle of the pack, but that might mean that he is preparing already a bit more for the dry race, which is distinctly possible. After all, he's in the run for P2 as well. Next try, less fuel, warmer tires, but maybe also warmer tires. Yeah, in this corner you shouldn't have too high revs, otherwise you're looking in the wrong direction.
Very bad.
Track is becoming more slippery than second push laps. I'm taking my freedom.
Yeah, same. I felt I had a better first lap. I didn't make the mistake.
At the moment it does not look like improvement, so I would consider going to the pits and get another set on with less fuel. I don't think this many lap strategy with 10 laps of fuel is the key to front row starting position here.
It's the purpose of the tool. I'm not pushing.
Although, has to be said,
By the way,
second
it
sector
shows
was
on
decent.
the data that intermediates are 0.3 faster.
Really?
No, never mind. 0.3 than my original wet, the used tires. Minus 0.6 on new wets.
Currently not much traffic, but we are soon entering the fast phase, the last 5 minutes. Well, track limits must have been interpreted very generously for this opening section.
Corner 1 is very hard.
So why is he losing 6/10 until here? That is not very logical. It must be the tires. But he is running out of time soon to make another switch and pit stop. Well, start from the middle of the pack certainly will be a very dynamic affair. That is out of doubt. Unfortunately, the ARL logo stands in the way of us knowing more about tire wear and tire temperatures, because the multifunction display would be behind. I guess that might be tactical. Well, he wants to stay on these tires. Oh. Well, that was one of the saddest features of these games.
Conditions are so tricky on this track.
But I have the suspicion that to try to do qualifying on one set of full wet tires is not the fastest strategy around here. Pero it will give us interesting views, that's for sure. Will this race be the first in a long time without safety car? I doubt it. Now we have Leonard in, and we have a spin. the first one in this corner all session. At least he has a possibility to cool the tires on the meadows. It might be helpful for the last lap or the last 2 laps. I'll have a little look. Uh-huh. Yes, the message was just sent in Discord. The sender is speaking. Sorry for the irritation, but at least it was on the straight. So, now it counts. Don't take any curb. That was clear and precise, but still 5/10. And we have a new pole sitter, Leonard, coming back with a vengeance.
Last lap probably.
Another red lap. So anything above P10 would be quite a surprise. We did have one guy with a quali ban, that was Sem, so I think he might have either not joined yet or joined and gone into the pits after one lap and then stayed there. That's usually how you serve quali bans. One lap to go, but I'm not too optimistic for those tires. But let's see what he makes of it. Also not full battery, 66% starting the lap. That might have an influence in the first sector as well. One car stranded, the Red Bull of a Rifler, so he's definitely not putting it on pole.
Okay.
Also postcode doesn't sound like improving, and again it's 7/10. Well, at least we know how the track looks in the wet, but I don't think that was a look at the best tire strategy Nathan in qualifying in the wet. Anyway, keeps the race interesting. The two dueling partners for P2 in the championship right besides each other, P9 P10. Open tire choice, that has always been the case since 2022. And what is the situation in Discord? An invitation for the former streamer should still be possible, I hope. The qualifying is still on. And there we go. The invite is being made. So, qualifying is over.
Very good quality for us.
Fin de la calificação em português.
I don't think so.
Oh my god.
And we have indeed Leonard on pole ahead of Lewis, Pankadlek, Hedget, Vlasov, Jumbo, Ferdinand, Brisin, Reifler, Max Duca, Matt Breyer, Rickard, and Bosco.
You also fucked up your last lap.
Yeah, I fucked up in the complete quali.
It's not too tight, 1 second covering the first 7.
Just too low downforce. I hope they all took high downforce or whatever, but it's crazy how fast. 1.7, Jesus.
I was 7 tenths up, but on the uphill,
Let's see how this pans out. Who
moment
will dare to start on the
where I was
softs like
drifting
computer
left, right.
proposes?
I lost all the time in the game.
Rickard does not seem to be one of those. Can't blame him for that. A heavy car and soft tires on this track does not sound like a brilliant idea.
Don't forget to reduce the tire pressure, otherwise you will
Yeah.
some troubles. Let's see. The racetrack 34.6.
So, new pole sitter for the last round. So
Going
already
to
good.
35, and I'm thinking of going for hards.
Okay.
In the beginning, because I'm starting at the back.
Yeah.
Why not?
Mindan is too red. You can send me an invite so you can stream, but cannot do anything else anymore. He's not on the grid with his car, so
Yeah.
Something gone wrong with the invite for the former streamer?
Even though I didn't want to use the hards, but
okay, good luck, mate.
good luck.
Let's focus. Long race, a lot of laps.
Oh. Shame, no one was 100% for season 3, but that doesn't matter anymore. Start time and on we go in the shadow of the grandstand.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh, and the first part of the front wing says goodbye.
I was watching the guys in front of him and he just created a gap. Nice damage. On stream.
No inter-team squabbling at Aston Martin, but he might be under attack from ARL. We have slides. Now we will see how bad it is in the next corner. It's not yet terrible.
What's his lap?
But now you can feel it. Yes.
Right, let's have you in at the end of this lap, please.
Well, the good thing about the game is it is unrealistic in the way that if one touches a tire of the other with the front wing, only one of the front wing gets damaged and there are no punctures.
Let's hope we get a safety car.
An understandable request, and Pankadlek finishes the first lap as the leader. So, first Aston Martin pit stop of the day coming up.
Okay, go, go, go. That was a fantastic stop. Faster than we were expecting.
And we have soft tires on, that is audacious.
Alright, we'll be doing one more stop today. One stop left in this strategy.
What do we know about the rest of the field? They're just coming into view. We have a leading group of 2 going away. That will be Pankadlek and Reifler. Nah, what am I saying? Pankadlek and it's Leonard, of course. Then it's quite some distance to an Alfa Romeo of Lewis. It's currently looking better for Alfa Romeo than for Aston Martin in the standings, that's clear.
Jumbo in the pit.
Second Alpha of Max Dupa is quite a bit behind. Must be around P11 or so.
Push, push. Use your overtake button. Let's go.
And we have a second pit caller in Jumbo. That is also a front wing change. They should be close to each other. Yes, they will be.
Oh no!
And they are in fact too close to each other. Well, not the race of Rickard so far. In fact, so little the race of Rickard that we have an internet disconnection. But it seems as if the wing survived this time.
I trust him over here. He almost probably forced us into corner 2 because of his tire size, I think. Not just with the brake marks, to be honest, but yeah, should have braked a bit earlier as well. Limbo.
Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy. We can now use DRS. DRS now available.
So let's try with this
Okay, clear.
sound level. This is definitely not going to become a fastest lap. Jumbo has already started to collect penalties. Van Cadlec is still in the lead, but X Leonard is following like a shadow. Lewis is making a bit of distance from Hatchet in P4 and the other McLaren of 13 edge on P5. The Swede back at his court start traditions. Field starting to spread a little bit, but at this very moment Rifler might just do enough. To catch and pass Rickard in the standings, but as we know, drama in the first lap does not mean no more drama for the rest of the race. In fact, it might mean rather the opposite. Just remember Interlagos 2012. Also a race in a Portuguese-speaking country.
27.9 seconds.
PORtimao so far, unfortunately, has only seen two F1 races, 2020 and 2021. A shame, really, because the circuit is really nice.
Gap to your teammate ahead is 28.1 seconds.
So let's see what he does of lap 5. Are the tires already too old to do a fastest lap, or is this gonna be the beginning of the recline? So far he has caught up by about 2 seconds. And A-Lord, that's not much to write home about. He has also not gained massively on Jumbo, who out-qualified him. And we have a red first sector with a red second sector, so no fast lap to be expected. He's not even gaining on the hard tire drivers.
Behind has a time penalty. Don't fight them for track position. We don't want to end up with an accident.
And he's starting to lose time on Jumbo. Well, what whatever adjective you want to use on that strategy. So far it does not yet look brilliant, but maybe we have underestimated the far side of Mr. Rickard, and at the end of the race we will end up praising him for his planning. At the moment the indications are not there yet, because he's had one stop and he certainly needs one more. The rest of the field, with the possible exception of Danny, also needs at least one more, so situation could be static. Let's have a look at the field. The first two are together, P3 solo, then there is action for P4. There has just been a passing from Headset on 13 edge. There is an Alpine behind, so that is a group of 3 or 4. Then we have a Haas alone, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in a group that's led currently by Max Duca, which might be the potential center for action around future safety cars.
Okay, so the gap to the car ahead, 26.0 seconds.
Now he's gained 1 second on A-Lord and his teammate. But Jumbo is already starting to gain on him with the medium tires. And his tires are starting to slide around the notoriously difficult turn 8. The race distance are 33 laps.
What?
And we have penalty for Bosco, who apparently didn't like it.
Why I'm not recording? Bro, I hit an invisible bump and I got 3-second penalty.
Ah, I thought those only existed in
The middle of the
Barcelona.
straight. I swear it's impossible. In the middle of the straight.
Interesting.
Oh my god.
So, it's Leonard has taken over the lead from Pancadlec. Lewis is hanging on, catching up, but they have all let go of Headset, 13 Edge, Reifler and Brizin. And again, those have let go of the two Haas, Slayer and Vlasov, accompanied by Max Duca and Matt Pryor. And then there is a trio between A-Lord, Danny and Bosco that are currently changing positions rapidly.
Unbelievable. Yeah, unbelievable.
You're dropping a second a lap to the car behind. 1 second.
Don't go too wide, you don't want any warnings. I was hearing before the race that track limits can be an issue here, and it shows. Bosco, well, his 3 seconds seem to come from an invisible wall, but the ones from Jumbo and Danny most likely
Okay,
don't.
keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 23.9 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Their tyres are 8 laps old, and the time last lap was a 1 minute 22.9 the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 23.3 seconds.
Now Danny has passed Bosco again. But how much longer will Danny's soft tires survive? They already have 9 laps of age. But he's going for a 10th one. That is interesting, particularly looking towards the end of the race. The one person who can observe him now will know that the soft tires hold on reasonably well, so presumably somebody like Max Luca, who always likes to start on a medium, might do a medium-soft combination here. But as far as I recall, soft tires, they lose their advantage reasonably fast here, and then it's just a struggle towards the end. So probably medium hard or hard medium might still be the best. Now, at the moment, there is no McLaren visible in the front. Does that mean that the first McLaren has already pitted? Must have fallen back. Has he fallen back enough for a pit stop? Or has there been an incident? Let's look at the gap. Somewhere around 16-17 seconds, so that's too late. Ah no, well, we have the pit stop from Rickard. Yeah, might just have been one. Ah, we have a nice duel here, Rickard and Jumbo, not yet letting him pass, but not being able to resist too much longer on his tires, I presume. Is there gonna be the kiss in return? So far not. And if Rickard's tires continue to behave that way, there might not be a need for one. Although, now on the start-finish straight, he probably will be beaten. There he comes.
Okay, be careful. We think you're going to start losing some tyre grip anytime now.
Indeed. So we are looking at degrading soft tires and a disappearing Jumbo. But at the same time, Danny has not yet been in 12 laps. Interesting. I think it's time for a set of hard tires soon. Danny finally pits and probably changes to hards. We will know somewhere. No! He switches into mediums. That is interesting. Rickard stays out with DRS, but his battery is used. And he is not anymore in last position. So, but that gives us an indication. Danny was 21 seconds ahead. He is now 5 seconds back, that's 27 seconds difference, so it's Leonard must either have been... But wait, what is happening now? So Lewis has caught Van Cadillac. Okay, those two are in front. Then it's Hedgehog and Rifler. Then it's Matt Pryor and Bertin Edge. Then it's Leonard. So something has gone wrong with Leonard in the first stint. We'll probably find out after the race what it was. It looked sovereign until that, but he has been dropping back. About that there is no mistake, but also he doesn't lose any further ground. So either it's a spin or he must have been helped off the track. We are being helped into a standalone picture at this very moment.
To the end of this lap.
And now we see the second Aston Martin pit stop of the evening. Come, there should be nothing in the way of a bit of connection. Everything is on. Everything is working.
Go! Perfect job from you.
Well,
Pit strategy complete.
okay, we're catching up. Richard is now on the mediums. Same as Danny. 20 laps to go. Ambitious but not impossible, considering that Danny survived 12 laps in the softs with full tanks. But now a full 42 seconds behind P13 and no safety car in sight. It's looking dramatic for the league founder. Was that a running wide or a desync? No, Ricker is not known for desync issues. But this is getting unnerving. What is happening here? What is going on?
Our gap to the car in front is 18.4 seconds.
Still catching up? Come on. Maybe I should refresh. That might help. That might definitely help. So, we're looking towards the end of lap 15. Not far off the half of the race. But unfortunately far off a good connection. Not the evening of technology so far.
Trailing our teammate by 40.9 seconds.
And again. Again we suffer. But there is no obvious reason. The same internet that has been there all other evenings. Okay, let's take a look at the driver tracker again. Lewis is leading in the Alfa Romeo. Hedgehog and Rifler are currently disputing second position, probably all out either on mediums or on hards. We have another break. Come. Can't be that difficult. Apparently it is that difficult. Very, very unsatisfying. Well, let's have a look at another channel. Maybe that will help. There we go. That looks better. So finally we have an outside view of the race. Now, as suggested, Senna is leading 8 seconds ahead of Hedgehog. Another couple of tenths ahead of Rifler. Those two are exchanging positions rapidly because of DRS. And Ricker is currently 15 seconds behind the field. We have 16 starters, and so far 6 drivers have collected penalties. Max Duke has worked his way up to P7, but he is neither close to the DRS zone before nor behind. And we have 2 pitters, Hedgehog and Fertinage. Rifler has collected a penalty. He's one of the 6. We have several pitters, and still the question is open: what happened to Leonard? Well, we will find out somewhen. Now let's change the shape of this window a little bit so that it fits better the recording.
Ja, top.
Good, getting closer. We are currently looking at the leader. The leader is out still on medium tires, as it appears. Yes, medium tires, so he'll most probably change to softs for the final stint, having a very strong end to the season, having won the last round in Imola.
Ah, top. Hij doet het.
And the second placed Rifler is in the pits, currently elevating Prison to P2.
Ja, hij doet het. Ik ben weer op mijn PlayStation gejoind. Ja, dan kan ik de stream een beetje managen. Ja.
And it's Leonard is in the pits, so he must definitely have had either a spin or a collision in the early laps. Shame. I would have liked for him to be in the fight for the top.
Ik zijn stream stop ik ook mee kijken.
But good for Alfa Romeo.
Ja, als er wat spannends gaat gebeuren, ga ik gewoon even commentator Milan zijn. Dan kan ik misschien nog... Ja, misschien krijg ik dan attendance punten van Rick en Tim.
Yes, it is a shame that the Codemasters came in the way of you being only the second guy ever to do 100%.
Louis leidt met 14 seconden. Daarna Brissing op 6 seconden. Daarna Pankerlek op 10 seconden. Er is er geen ene flikker aan.
Well, let's listen to some Dutch then.
Ja. Is dit geluid zo beter trouwens, of niet? Nee, maar maakt niet uit. Setting. Ja, ik heb mijn headset iets dichter bij mijn hoofd gezet, of bij mijn mond gezet, zeg maar. Ja. Iets dichter bij mijn hoofd. Waar is de sound? Ah, nee, controls, nee, sound, audio. Teringding. Ja. Oké, Alort in de pit. Lennart P7, Carl P6.
3 place voor ARL Danny. No. Nee, er gebeurt echt gewoon niks spannends.
If you had a look at the tires, that would be interesting. Yes.
Ja, precies. Tires voor Tim. Tires status.
Indeed.
Louis in pit. Louis in pit.
Noted.
Jumbo haal je wel in. Max Duca misschien. Ja. Met Pryor ook soft. Rick rijdt zo ver laatste. Het verbaast mij oprecht. Ja, Rick die dacht, ik wil eens weten hoe het is om Milan en Danny te zijn.
Well, at the moment we're not having too many explosive
Red Bull
battles.
volgens mij.
So...
Ik zal eens kijken. Hij zit met Lucas in team, hè? Ja. Oh nee, hij zit er bij Mercedes. Het is Lennart en Sam in Red Bull, Riffler, Autorim, Ferrari, Lucas en Rick Mercedes, wij in McLaren. Sam met Lennart, dus Sam gaat echt gecarried worden.
Yeah, that is about season 4, but we do see that Lucas has not started the race. We have no Mercedes in the race. Didn't notice that until this moment. Sorry about that.
Er gebeurt niet veel op de baan. Oh, Artyom versus Slayer. Oh, this is gonna be crazy. Artyom, Slayer and Carl Don Bosco.
Although Bosco might be out of it soon because he has old tires. Needs to pit at some point.
This is gonna be so hectic.
By now we have 7 people with penalties. Bosco in the pits.
Oh, Carl Don Bosco in the pit. Slayer on the attack.
But they both have DRS open.
He bails out. Heel veel. Let's see his pit stop.
Hopefully the last
Bosco
Aston Martin pit stop of the season.
10 rondjes te gaan. 10 laps to go.
Well, we might have a battle for the lead. Because Senna has to catch up and pass Pan Cadillac. Closest one is indeed between the Haas and Max Duca and Max Pryor, at whom we are currently looking. Reifler has collected another warning. That might be dangerous.
Okay, be right back, be right back.
Good to know. So the closest fights are at the edge of the points, and Lewis is turning on the heat. And we do have a yellow flag. Who was it? It was Reifler. Reifler is out. So, that is the decision for the second place in the championship. And Leonard is out too. What happened there? I don't get it. There is there's a tire at the beginning of the pit lane. That reminds me of Suzuka 1993 when Martin Brundle lost the tire in his Ligier, but more relevant, what it will remind us is races that end hectically. Now then, Pan Cadillac, do you stay out on your worn medium tires and take the risk of getting eaten? Or a chance of track position? Well, it's 9 laps. We have a safety car. And poor Leonard. No points for him. Hedged with penalties. That might drop him off the podium. But where is the safety car? The safety car is standing at the end of sector 1. Crazy placing. Almost like real F1. not gonna move for some time. So Pancadle in the pits, Senna, Lewis in the pits. Everybody will go in the pits.
Safety car,
Oh.
safety car. What has happened?
Well, I don't entirely know it myself.
Lennart and the Riffler DNF.
Yes. One must have rammed the other and put the front wheel to the beginning of the pit lane. Well,
Ik weet niet of
so
ik het op stream heb, maar ja.
now then, let's go to the questions before the race.
Oké.
Ah, wait.
Pancadle
What was
aan de
that?
leiding.
So,
Iedereen nieuwe softs behalve Carl Don Bosco. Don Bosco. En Artjo op mediums.
so we do have
Who will
news
win?
from.
Who will triumph?
We have news from
Today we will know.
Discord. Rifler wanted to pit and must have hit
Dit is
the
toch
pit
wel
lane.
mooi, hè? Weer zo'n safety car op de laatste rondes van de race.
And it's Leonard and his car on the pit lane. Ah, that is
Uitroepteken.
too sad. So, the battle for P2 in the championship has been decided in favor
Ja, ik ook.
of Rickert. Brizin in P5, with one of the guys in front of him having penalties. Looking good.
Zolang je het maar clean houdt, is alles goed.
Vlasov, Hedgehog, Pancadle and the Baby Drew. Well, the Baby Drew will certainly won't win because he's not participating.
Ja, iemand die niet genoemd mag worden.
Now,
Ja.
Matt Pryor and 13 Edge. Looking good for 13 Edge at the moment. 6 places ahead. Both no penalties.
Osama bin Russell. Hoe dan ook. Officiële ARL stream in principe nu, maar dat maakt niet uit. Ja, jou horen ze toch niet.
But might this be the day? The day
Okay, guys,
that
I have my
Pancadle has
trusted
been waiting
peanuts
for.
again.
Now the safety car has played beautifully into Pancadle's hands.
This will be big finale.
Very much so. Muito
Nou,
obrigado.
iedereen... Huh? Nee, mijn eigen kanaal.
But the field is still not together. Rickert is still
Maar je hebt denk ik
a
vaak op die link
long
gekregen
way
in de chat.
behind. So the safety car is at the end of sector 1 again.
Oké, qua penalties Jumbo 6 seconden, Hedjet 8 seconden, rijdt derde. Artyom 6e met 3 seconden, Carl 8e met 3 seconden.
So Rickert might profit late.
Oh, wat deed Jumbo nou?
He's finally having a look at the rest of the field again, but
Kijk in de Fun Channel, Discord.
what would that mean for his front wing if he is close to other cars again? After all,
Daar heb ik de
Jumbo is
link in
still in the
gestuurd.
race. They might have another coming together. Now, Sector 2 is finishing and the cars are not quite together yet. That would indicate probably another lap behind the
Jij,
safety
Carl en
car.
Slayer hebben het beste gedaan deze race tot nu toe. 5 plaatsen, 5 plaatsen en 8 plaatsen.
And the 6 lap... No!
Oké, safety car in this lap.
We have a 7 lap dash to the end and the field is together.
There he goes. Pancadle on the lead.
In the lead. But that will be dramatic.
Ik zeg al. Any moment now.
The later the better.
And we go. We go, we go.
Now, 13 edge on Hedgehog. Hedgehog does not want to let him
Indeed.
go. But 8 seconds of penalties does not speak favorably for Hedgehog. Might cause him even some impatient behavior. But then again, he doesn't want to ruin Lewis's race. After all, he didn't seem to have the speed to go 8 seconds away in 7 laps. Ooh, this is gonna be tough. Now Rickert has gained 5 positions. One of the two Aston
My
Martins
headset
was flat in a
disconnected
row.
in the worst possible fucking way. But we're still going.
Really?
Keep it on track, mate.
Well, he seems to be pretty much on it.
Quickly fixing the headset. Meanwhile,
Pentadlick
like
stays in the
the
lead.
worst case scenario right now.
5 tenths.
So it's gonna be close on the straight.
Yes, it will. The field is together.
Here we go. F1
No.
Senna for the lead. Ooh. Gets the move done.
But does he have the speed to get out of the DRS window? I doubt it. Although the first DRS zone is here, on this straight, in a lap. Let's see. This might be the day of days for Pancadler.
That's fucked up. Good thing.
If he takes good care of his battery and his tires, might still be enough. Different strategies, same outcome. Same position on track. Let's see who's got the better tactics. 13 edge looking to a safe podium.
Okay, basically the headset gave up, so we'll do it like this. Oh, it's back! An epic battle here for P8, P9. At the end of the race, 5 laps to go. Danny versus Rick. Two of the all-time greats battling it out for the last points. While Senna says the fastest lap. Rick is going for the move, gets it done. Also one on the outside is 3 wide. Ah!
Beautiful.
Who gets in front? They keep on going, Matt Pryor, and then he holds on, but he loses 3 positions. What a battle.
So, Pancadlick was gaining on the back
DRS
straight.
open again.
Now DRS open for everyone.
As we go for a move on the inside of Jumbo.
This is a beautiful perspective.
Ah!
Always has been.
So close! Oh, almost touching Rick. Rick gets a warning. Also out of ERS with 4 laps to go. Oh my god, this is so close.
Oi! Where did Vlasov come from?
Okay, what's going on here?
And at the
Artyom next to Danny with Alort alongside.
Has
Going side
Lewis
by side through the
taken away?
corners.
Lewis
Oh,
is
Alort
looking
on the
strong.
outside. Can he make the move?
But
No, he
Pancadlick
doesn't.
stayed within
But he's
DRS.
close by. Following up with the DRS. Oh, being a bit aggressive. Artyom is fading so much.
Well, the
He
front
goes
is
around
still
the
together.
outside. Artyom holds on bravely on those mediums. Will it be enough? No, it's not. Maybe it is. He makes a lunge. And they still go side by side. What is
Lewis
this?
about to break Pancadlick's DRS. Pancadlick
Danny is
hanging on
clear.
for dear life.
And Artyom as well. Let's see in front.
0.95, 0.93. Come on. Stay with him.
Close battle for the lead.
1.1.
Only one with penalties. That's Hedjet. So it's just Senna, Pancadlick, and 13 Edge in the midst now.
Indeed. And 3 laps to go.
DRS open. For 13 Edge, he has to get past now. Won't make the move. Artyom on the attack. Oh, almost loses the car! What a battle.
Front is starting to stretch out a bit.
So close here behind, but in front it is close as well. Jumbo against his old pal ARL Rickard with his teammate just one place behind him. Wowie.
Different lines, interesting.
Fighting for the scraps. 13 Edge still close to Headjet, but he knows he can't take any risks.
Indeed.
2 laps to go.
In this very moment, the last lap but one has started. And 13 Edge is passing
13 Edge
Headjet.
going for the move on Headjet and gets it done. Rickard and Jumbo battling it out. We have 2 laps to go.
Not Stuka 3/10 behind Slayer. What will happen there?
Oh, so close at the back. Wat een battle heb je daar, zeg. Jezus. Rickard against Jumbo and Matt Pryor. Also so close, and Max Duca battling on to finish in front of Rickard. That's probably his goal today. Have 2 more laps to go. Headjet is on the tail of 13 Edge. But 13 Edge is also in the DRS of Pankratlack. He still has a chance for P2.
Indeed he might.
But behind, a battle is unfolding. Wow. Headjet going for the move on 13 Edge. Gets it done, gets a bit of touch. But he's still in front. Headjet makes a move. 13 Edge going alongside. Oh, what a battle.
That's a little bit unnecessary.
So close. Jumbo also behind. Let's first watch this. They
Well,
were
it's
still
nice
going
look
wheel
at,
to wheel,
quite
but
unnecessary.
13 Edge might have given up. Yes, he has. So many cars fighting for one position.
What happened? Slayer has dropped back 2 positions. Why? Was that DRS on the start-finish straight or later?
And Pankratlack so close to the win. 1 second behind. Jumbo gets a penalty. Ha!
Yeah, but he
That'll
was
cost
running
him
wide
severely. But there can only be one winner. And that is F1 Senna proving he was the fastest today. Pankratlack P2. Headjet P4, 13 Edge P3. But still, a battle is here underway at the end of the race. With penalties, Jumbo becomes P10. Carl finishes out of the points, and Danny and Allord are the last to cross. Wowie. What a finale.
Well, thanks for the images.
Well done. Lekker man.
Two wins in the last 2 races. Does that make Lewis the season for favorite? His share value has certainly risen in the last week. An Alfa Romeo, a Williams and a McLaren on the podium. Para o fin de la estación 3.
Nee, die was niet blij, nee. Okay, guys, that was the last race of the season. Goodbye.
Arrivederci.